Top of the top. What's up, y'all? Up on this Saturday morning. Hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully everybody enjoying their weekend. We're going to get into it. We up. Everything live. What's up? What's up? What's up? We up, y'all. Yeah, let's go. Good to see everybody up this morning. Everybody's the good standards. It's good, y'all. Yo, we're going to get into it. We're just going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get right into it. I'm not going to hold y'all too long on a Saturday, but I'm not in a rush. But at the same time, we're going to get into it. All right. So today, I'm just going to lay it all out for y'all what's going on. Once again, it's nothing but updates. We're going to be talking about a lot of things I've been speaking about. They're taking place now, y'all. Now, I don't know how long they've been taking place, but it's official. So what I'm going to be talking about today is the full campaign on Jay-Z. That's one thing. But when I tell you that, when I've been telling y'all this stuff bigger than rap, it has nothing to do with music no more. It is about what they did to their own people, period. Now, it's a lot of things being exposed at one time. It's a lot of revelations. So this was being exposed. The number one thing being exposed is what I've been talking about. The main thing they're talking about is what these people did to get the money. What they did to get the money, what they signed up for, who they worked for, and all the things they did throughout the decades. And the reason why things are the way they are. So also when I made a statement, I said, yo, it's people trying to wake y'all up. I said it's people from all races, all walks of life. And when I said stuff like, yo, everybody's against this stuff. And I said it's not about race. I told you it's hidden behind race. Because it's the world knows it's people that been amongst y'all, and these people, they've been doing some wicked ass shit. But the thing is, everybody been getting blamed. And while that been happening, people been walking away with money. So what I'm telling you is this is my observation. This is not my judgment. None of that. Told you, I'm no different from nobody else. It's just that some people grow up, some people change their ways, and some people just don't. And some people just are who they are, y'all. So what I'm talking about today is not my personal opinion, none of my personal judgment. But I'm going to tell you what's going on. All black elite is being exposed. When I told you all actors, all celebrities, period. But now you're seeing, if you're smart, you're seeing certain celebrities coming out speaking their truth, and you're still seeing certain ones quiet. You got celebrities coming out, let you know, I'm not like them. But this what I've been seeing. This what I know. This what be going on, y'all. I don't mess with them. You've been seeing that, right? So let me tell you what's going on all cylinders, all platforms, all races, all nations. This is what they're talking about. All of the stuff Jay-Z did. When I told you this shit is out of that community, I saw my own eyes. People breaking down Jay-Z with more knowledge than what I know about this man's childhood. When I told you everybody else is on it, and I said now you got professionals on it. Like when I showed y'all the Diddy trial, and I showed you that man, that older white man that was breaking down Diddy's situation, and I said, yo, they got analysts on this now. They got other people, lawyers, psychiatrists. Everybody was studying it and analyzing this rap game for what it was. Because like I said, people like me and others and smart people know that Diddy trial was about the analytics of their whole neighborhood and their whole community. Not just what he did, how they was under their spell, but not only that, how they also celebrated after the fact. How they also really live in this world where they think all that shit they was a part of was cool. So now, to reset and get things back in order, y'all told you, everybody has been coming back out to get things back normal again. To show the world that, yo, y'all, none of that shit is cool. Nah, man, that shit wasn't right. So it's all coming out now. And then what's coming out is, this is what they did for the money. Your people took money to worship other gods and go against y'all. And what it is, this is what this is being laid out. The gods of y'all community, y'all were into that stuff, but it's people from y'all community that started to get into other things. And then they brought it back to y'all communities, and then they used it against y'all. And they all were getting paid to do it. So I'm just going to be real with y'all. It is exposure on industry, all rich, It is an exposure on all organizations. Well, I've seen campaigns on every single black organization. I don't got to say no name. Every single black organization is being exposed as we speak. And when I tell you they're being exposed for doing foreign things, worshiping foreign things, doing foreign things, and they're being blamed for being the ones that plague the community, their own communities for their money. So I'm just telling you what's going on. When I say all organizations, you think in your mind, every single one is being exposed. Not only that, how they also are talking about how these people were deceived joining these organizations. They were lied to. And they were all tricked to ruin themselves and their own community. This is all being pushed out on all cylinders, y'all. All races. Everybody's talking about this. So that's why I was telling y'all it's one big shit. I'm talking about the exposure of Malcolm X, the exposure of Martin Luther King, the exposure of Al Sharpton. Every single person that took a penny from them people. When I tell you, your history is way bigger. Your history has been controlled. No, it's called American history. It's called the real shit. This industry, going back into Sammy Davis Jr. So we look at Sammy Davis Jr., you're going to see Sammy Davis Jr. was a Diddy his time. Because it is being said that Sammy Davis Jr. was an outright worshiper. And he was into bedroom rituals, blood, all of that. Yeah, it's all out there, y'all. It's been exposed, but it's not exposure. It's no longer an exposure. It's getting dealt with now. All right. So remember when I said people drawing a line where they say they want their kids dealing with that. Other people are revealing the truth so their kids and their generations will know the truth. There is not a campaign against people. These things are lessons being taught. I had to give y'all the background. Let's go. Let's go. All right, the campaign on them black puppets, man. And it's a lot of things I'm gonna show y'all. Like when I spoke about stuff like everything gonna change over. Like when I showed y'all with Tisa Tells and these new people coming out, and I was showing y'all how the new people are gonna replace the old people. Why? Because the old people, a lot of them are tied into this shit. Meaning, you got people that's in media. They know damn well all of them are pieces of you know what, but they're not gonna say nothing. They're gonna go with the program. This is what I mean. When they understood that it's a whole nation of these people on all platforms. I told y'all specifically, other people are going against this stuff. Other people have been created. Other people have been unleashed. And I said it's all also against black media. It's against everything. Remember I told you that? All right. Now you're going to see it for yourself. That's all I'm showing you. I'm just giving y'all the analytics of what's going on. So let me give you the update what we spoke about last night. All right. When I said that everybody been being tracked the last 10 years, here's the proof. All right. It was a payout for $425 million after years of improper spying on smartphone activity. All right. Bingo. Every app, you got Gmail, right? Well, just know that 98 million users for over 8-year period were being studied and analyzed. Like I told y'all what's been going on the past decade. And it's one main people been being studied the most on every single level. I'm just letting you know. So once again, yesterday, they having a protest. They had a protest this week in New York. Al Sharpton back out, got people protesting, y'all. So you know when Al Sharpton come out, you should know what time it is with that. But this is what I was telling you. Al Sharpton is coming out. But Al Sharpton don't have no clue. He is being exposed on every platform. Every single thing he did is being exposed. When I tell you all of them are being exposed, all of them. As we speak, their fraternal organizations are being exposed. Not only their fraternal organizations, the things they do and what they're part of. It's all public. Yeah, but Al Sharpton, I don't think he knows that. All right? He got them marching, y'all. But what else they don't know? They don't know they all being documented. See? They don't know they all being documented. They all being put in databases. They don't know that. All right? So I'm just letting you see what's going on, all right? How it was his job to keep you back in the 60s. All right? Because I'm letting you know what Al Sharpton, he's marching now. He got people marching, but he's also being exposed at the same time. Him, Ben Crump, every single person, y'all. Every single person. I'm not playing with you. It is a full campaign on them. I'm talking about with knowledge or analytics, breakdown, professionalism, no games, no laughing, no joking, no slander. This is what I was telling y'all. It's a major exposure, y'all. And it's a dismantling. Yes. Let you know. Everything he did was bogus. Everything he did was against y'all. And he also let you know, all they letting the rest of the world know, all of y'all that looked up to these people, all of y'all that believed this stuff, all of y'all that followed it, y'all all caught up together. That's what's being pushed, y'all. And I'm just letting y'all know. So I always want people to get that clear. Now, while this is going on, this is still being released on Diddy, y'all. So they still putting this out there. Diddy's torture behind bars. Disgraced rapper suffering panic attacks as he fears being taken out or attacked by inmates. So this is the second time they putting this out. They keep giving us this narrative that he's scared that he's going to get taken out. So like I said, people forget Jeffrey didn't make it out for many reasons. So like I tell you, none of this stuff is guaranteed. We don't know nothing. This man didn't go to court yet, but he keep talking about he's scared. All right, so because really what they saying is, because like I said, I know how, like, it's people coming in and out the system every day. So he could feel, I mean, all I know is, man, things are possible. It's no guarantee that man gonna do nothing. Get it? Depraved rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs' life behind bars has been tortured as he lives in constant fear of being attacked or taken out. The swag is gone. He's a broken wreck, said a source. He's been climbing the walls since the day he was thrown in jail. But see, what they saying is now he getting worse. And I wouldn't put it past him because they got mental issues. It's worn him down to the point where he's a shadow of himself. He has panic attacks and has never had a single good night's sleep because he lives in fear. He walked into this prison thinking he'd be a cult figure, but people treat him with contempt and think he's creepy and a Hollywood scumbag. That's the main thing I wanted y'all to see. When I tell you, everybody's against the Hollywood scumbags because that's the revelation. Remember I said the other day? I said, yo, you be out here celebrating shit, but when them inmates be in prison, they see that shit on their phone. They're not celebrating Diddy in jail. That's y'all out here. So everything that's going on with Diddy is very possible, y'all, because he's not respected in prison for real. And if he's in prison, it's easy for him to be touched. So a lot of this has merit, and I do believe he's scared. Man never been in prison. He never been in jail this long. I believe he is going crazy. He never went this long without a bed, telling people what to do. No, he is going to break. Maybe that's part of it too. After this, he might go insane. Who knows, y'all? Who knows? But just know, when I said it's not just Diddy, the campaign is on everybody. I'm not playing with y'all. So I'm mainly talking to the people that have been on from day one because they know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, everybody else, just stay tuned. Now, these are all the signs that they're not good. So you also are seeing that Diddy's not in his right mind or whatever. But, y'all, they all conspired. That's why everything is gone now. Everything is done. Now, mind you, while this is going on with Diddy, check out what's going on with Diddy. His daughters. Look at his daughters, y'all. His daughters are in a fashion show. So as all this stuff going on with Diddy, all this stuff, Cassie, female drama, all this stuff, it's his daughters still getting their shine on. They don't look too worried about their dad. Let's be honest. They don't look too bad. They don't look too worried about not having both of their parents, do they? They don't have both of their parents. And they act like life is still normal. See that, right? So even though they're over 18 now, you see that. I want y'all to see this weird shit. It's still weird. Because your mom's gone, your father, y'all don't even know your dad's fate. And y'all walking on runways. Who's behind this? Who's taking care of them? Somebody's behind the scenes pulling strings. All right? As far as we know, the state gonna take custody of them kids. Now, the thing is, y'all, when I was telling y'all, we talked about these slogans like they all together. Al Sharpton and them were entertainers, y'all. All right? Al Sharpton, his page. Every November 4th. What is November 4th? Diddy's birthday. Every November 4th, we celebrate the life and birthday of Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Love, a billionaire. These are the guys that taught you to worship black success. But the only thing is, they taught you that black success is a lot of money, but they never told you how they got the money. In 2025, y'all, you are all getting a revelation of what they had to do to get the money, whether you like it or not. It's just what it is, y'all. You heard about every other era, every other age, every other thing, but this is the biggest revelation. When I tell you gangs got exposed, all gangs, motorcycle gangs, organizations, all type of organizations, cult organizations, everybody gets exposed, y'all. But now, this is the last exposure of this present time. About how the people that were so-called freed, when they were given their freedom, they spent 100 years plus destroying their own people. They signed up for it. But they didn't have no clue in the end. They was going to all be exposed and cut off. Yes. This is just what it is, y'all. These are systems. They signed up to be down with certain systems, so these systems are already designed to self-destruct. That's the whole science of the dog chasing the tail. That's the whole science of the snake eating its tail. All right? It's called the art of going nowhere. You was taught as a revolution. The snake eating his own tail is the revolution. This is why things went nowhere and people ate themselves alive. That's what it's about. It's about how you guys ate yourself alive. Now you have nothing else. That's what it's about, y'all. And I'm not playing. When I saw other people saying the same thing I said, how Diddy and Harvey Weinstein was the head of Hollywood, and how they were saying they did the same exact thing. Like I said, other people talk in different codes and different ways. I get how they talk, just like I talk to y'all. All right? When I tell you, mature, respectable, many different platforms, all talking about this with dialect, detail, facts. It's not being illustrated as no joke, no, just no topic, no real shit on what they did to those people. All right? How they all conspired and played this big game. And now the people that believed them, not only are their neighborhood destroyed, they actually took on all their behavior. And they're just like them now. And now they are the people that should not be trusted. They are known as the demolition man. They are destructive people. They are the alleged spreaders of everything wicked, from bodily fluids to bullets. Yeah. I'm just telling y'all what's going on, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what's going on, all right? Mind you, it's people doing real homework on this shit. Because when I tell you, people just focus on certain history. I'm just going to focus on this. There's people going into the whole history, everything. Everything. When I've seen people going into Jay-Z history, I'm not playing with y'all. They talking about more stuff than I know. They going to how he grew up with his brother, mother, father. Real analytics, y'all. Because a lot of people that I see and know, they going into it from a psychological aspect and a spiritual aspect. And they showing how these people been affected spiritually and mentally, because they didn't know spiritual and mental was one together. So the narrative is they got into this foreign shit. They started worshiping outside entities, and it made them mentally become other people. And this other people they became will be a mentality of devouring their own people with no hearts, which really meant they all got put under mind control. All right? So what I'm really telling you is what's being pushed. What's being pushed is black people signed up for money, got put in MK Ultra satanic brainwashing programs. And these Hollywood programs disguised under Church of Satanic, Church of Satan, Church of Scientology, Aleister Crowley books, these Hollywood procedures were specifically given and taught to them. And when they comply with these systems, they shall forever remain rich. but they didn't tell them how it was going to end for them. That's the part I keep telling y'all. They never told them how it was going to end. Now that it's ending, the ending is they're being exposed. All right? That's what's happening, y'all. So when I kept telling you it wasn't just Diddy, no. The so-called legit black churches are also stepping up. And they're saying, we want no more parts of y'all. We want no more parts of y'all in organizations. We want no more parts of y'all in our churches. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it. I spoke about this yesterday. This was going on, y'all. When I told you before, people drawing the line, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know, y'all, because a lot of it is also being hidden. Yeah. So I'm telling you, the community is standing up. It's people of all races. It's people from the church. It's people just basic common sense, people that's parents. Yes, they all in on exposing all this shit and getting them out of here. See that? When people didn't understand the power that Diddy had in Hollywood, that's him with George Lucas. Star Wars, all of that. See Al Sharpton there? Because behind the scenes, oh no, let me just make it clear. What y'all didn't get was, when I told you they act in real life, Al Sharpton's job was to act like a civil rights man. His job was to act like the Martin Luther King of his era. That was his job. He was an actor, y'all. That's why he's still on TV to this day. That's why it's always been a joke on y'all. Low key, all y'all activists are actors. But Al Sharpton showed his power when he showed that when he pull up to this day, he still get them out that house marching. But they didn't know that marching means you still have, they still didn't know that this means you have low IQ and low intelligence. All right? Because they march, but they still don't even know what they're marching for. Yeah. So you have not seen no march to get no laws changed or passed, stuff like that. But I'm just letting you see how these are the things Al Sharpton do to prove he still has his power in the modern era. All right? So when I spoke about all these things, now a lot of people are talking about it. That the ones that look just like them are the ones that did it to them. And they did it to them by signing up to be in all these different organizations and to take money and jobs willingly. So like I said, I don't got nothing against nobody. Everybody had a hand in doing dirt. But it's just that some people, they did a lot of dirt and they was proud of it and they never stopped. And they don't feel sorry for nobody. So what I'm telling you is this, y'all. Let's get into what's going on. All right? So when I told you before, there's a lot of people going against black entertainment, exposing it. Here's the proof. Because when I said stuff like the powers that be, they know a lot of y'all are under mind control. They know a lot of y'all are on payroll. They know a lot of them people over there are not going to tell the truth ever because they're also programmed not to tell the truth. They also have been paid not to tell the truth. So I told you, the plan is they're going to stay stuck under that oath, meaning they're going to stay loyal to their friends. They're going to stay loyal to their movement because they got to make their money. But they didn't know behind the scenes, the left hand working against them. Behind the scenes, it is a whole movement to expose all of them, to stop their money, reveal their secrets, and expose to their people who they all are, and to finally bury the hatchet on other people around the world did a lot of shit to y'all, but the last 100 years, these are the people who did it to y'all. So I'm going to keep showing y'all. When I said certain people, time is up, when I kept telling y'all, no disrespect to nobody. When I said, if things are going back smart, education, that shit, that gossip, tea, messy shit, I told you it's going out the window. So let me show you right here. See that? The Carter Lie, Part 1. Jay-Z's Dark Psychology and Empire of Control. Now, mind you, if I'm not mistaken, she's supposed to be dealing with, she deals with psychology, whatever. But I'm telling you, most people that's going into this is going into it from that perspective. And the perspective they're going into is these people have mind control over those people. So this is a video explaining she fucking went into Jay-Z childhood, y'all. Why am I saying that? Because I told y'all, people that's not even in a rap is going into this and they're breaking it down. And what they are basically saying, these people signed up for money. We don't believe none of this shit. They're full of shit. Here's the proof. But their whole community loves and believes them. And it's sad. And it's sad what they did to their own people. And to this day, they still believe them. All right? And even though she admit that she liked Beyonce, but it's not about that. It's about the work they putting in. So I just wanted you to see. All right? Remember when I said certain people, I've been telling y'all. All right? So this one I'm going to show you to your face now. All right? See that? The Carter lie. When I tell you nobody else is sparing them, when I say the black people got to worry about ceasing the sins and tap dancing and being scared of this and that and the third, and I showed you, man, they all going down together for one reason. They're going down by affiliation because everything is being exposed, y'all. So also, when I tell you about the content, the context, the work, how it's purposely certain looking people, I'm showing you the new wave, but I want you to see, when I said this is for her, when I've been telling y'all this shit, these people are for her. Now, like I said, it's no disrespect to Tasha K. She deals with gossip stuff. She deals with what she deals with. These people like this are dealing with straight facts, with no allegiance to nobody, not sparing nobody. Not talking about play shit, talking about real shit. That's what this is for, y'all. All of these things now to give people different options, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. When I told you the whole plan is to flip YouTube into smarter, better content, I'm just letting y'all see what's going on. When I tell you everybody's against black entertainment, y'all, not the people, the ways of black entertainment, because the powers that be know exactly the program and the script that the blacks had to follow, right? That's what this is about. See that? The good fight. Some of y'all know about these platforms. I'm just letting you see the good fight. They're not just exposing black people. They're exposing everybody that's with the same shit. But man, I'm letting you know ain't nobody spared. All right? See that? This is the new competition. See that? This is the new shit. When I tell you, they all coming. And I'm talking about hundreds to destroy all of this. See that? The Carter Lie Part 1. So I'm just showing y'all the work being put in on them. Going back, see that? The dark psychology on how he's a psychological figure and how him being raised in the projects of a certain life with his mother and father created him to be this psychological figure. How he uses people to get where he at. I'm like, people break him down and don't know nothing about rap, but they doing it through analytical studies. How he takes the same psychological formula and use it with Beyonce. When I say shit like Rita, y'all, what did Jay-Z do in the past decade? I said, y'all, he been using her his whole career. Woman saying the same exact shit. Crystal clear. With proof, VD, all of that. I'm just letting y'all know. This is what's going on behind your back, whether you're asleep or not. And it's not going to stop. It's picking up, and it's a campaign, y'all. That's all I want y'all to know today. That's it. This ain't none of my opinion. I'm just telling y'all everything I've been telling y'all, it is taking place. See that man platform? The good fight. When I told you people like this, they're going to expose themselves because of all their topics, they're going to be exposed. When a line is drawn and time has passed and they didn't go against Jay-Z or Diddy once, told you what's going on, y'all. So I'm telling you, they're going against everybody. See that? Going to Jay-Z childhood, bro. Going deep down into that man's whole archives. Saying he's a poor man from the projects. How did he get this psychological power over those people? He got down with that you-know-what. He started studying you-know-what. He started being in MK Ultra programs. The mind control for black people is money. 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 That's all it is. Money. You can put up a black person in a mind control program. You can just give them a book. All you got to do is say, you see this book right here? This book right here make you a millionaire. All you got to do is study this book. You're going to be a millionaire. And that person will dedicate their life to that book. But this is how they've been getting put in mind control programs. That's what Hollywood is, y'all. So when they come to Hollywood, they make their ass get down. When they go to these black colleges, they trick them to get down. All in the name of success. Now, that's cool. If the success comes, if they keep it, whatever you want to say. But I'm just letting y'all know. The keys to y'all success has been revealed. This was the last revelation. Yeah. The curtain has been lifted. Because They know this. All right? People going into his psychological mind control over Beyonce and how he used Beyonce to manipulate his whole career. Everything I've been saying. But like I said, what trips me out, when I see people saying shit I said that are not rap fans, have nothing to do with rap music at all, when I see them going into this shit like a science project or a real study, that's when it blows my mind. Because I'm like, yo, they really breaking this shit down, meaning they know all the truth and details. And being that they know the truth and details, they not with the shit, so they don't got to bite their tongue. And what a lot of people are saying, y'all, when I said stuff like, this ain't about grown-ups. All this stuff is for the future of the kids, y'all. So they'll tell you straight up, this for the future. They don't want the future looking up to none of this shit. All right? So I'm just letting you know what's going on, y'all. All right? So when I tell you, all that shit is numbered. The days are numbered of that gossip shit, y'all. Meaning, there's nothing wrong with gossip entertainment. But I'm just letting you know, it's a ceiling over that shit now. I'm just letting y'all know, man, what's really going on. All right? Because it is being said that from the Diddy trial, all of that, I'm hearing people talk about the Diddy trial or some real shit. What's being spoken about really is what I've been saying, y'all. That everybody under this shit is the most affected. Not only are they affected, they are now ruined. They communities, everything, they have nothing left, and they all were deceived. And they were saying to this day, they still don't know the truth about Jay-Z and Beyonce. People are saying this shit as they breaking it down. Them people have no clue. They still to this day been tricked and deceived. To this day. So you hear that from other people, y'all. I ain't gonna say it hurts, but it's sad, y'all. It's very sad. When I've been saying, yo, people been trying to free y'all from the truth, y'all. They ain't want to hear it. So that's why I say people had to be taught racism. So when other people try to tell you something, you ain't gonna listen. But you're gonna keep listening to what you listen. Now, like I say, nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling y'all, it be stuff that go on behind your back. You never know about it, right? Well, I'm just the one telling you. It's stuff going on behind your back. And it's called the takedown of black entertainment. The black entertainment that is considered to be dirty and filth, that is everything under Jay-Z and Diddy, period. Everything that's been established under them. And everybody else who spared them and who with them. That's what it's about. So that's why they got new people. This is Tasha K. New competition. Tisha Tales and others. All right? That's what's going on. So I'm just letting y'all see in real time. What they not sparing Jay-Z on, y'all, at all. His whole life from beginning to end. Even other details, the minor details. Let's check it out. See that? Exposing everything on him. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. They did play around with Jay-Z and Beyonce. See? We not getting that part neither. They could have been messing around for years. You know how people mess around back and forth, never together, see each other, smash, go their separate ways. They could have been doing that shit since way back. Get it? Then came out as boyfriend and girlfriend. Meanwhile, they could have been messing. You get it? See that, right? This the work. All you got to think is this. You think all those black media platforms you watch, you think all those black media platforms that's so big, and you ask yourself, did they ever cover any of this stuff? Hey, Diddy knocked Cassie ass out. That was on audio, video that dropped 2 years ago. Did they ever talk about that? But I told you, your people are exposed because there's certain shit they can't talk about because they with the program. I told you it's been exposure. So all you got to know is who been talking about this shit, and that's where it's going to play out. That's how it's meant to be. It's meant to be like that. Where in the end, everybody will be exposing themselves because years have went by and they have avoided these important topics. These topics were so important, y'all, that other people had to cover it. That's the exposure. See, the exposure is y'all on this bitch every day, but it took for other people to cover these black topics of destruction, of what these blacks been doing to people, their own communities. It took for other people to do it. So this is what makes y'all look worse. This is going to be y'all end. See that? I'm just letting y'all know in real time what they're doing. So when you see people doing this shit, they have nothing to do with hip-hop. This I know they're not playing with them. When I kept telling you, y'all shit is promoted as a Geppetto culture, and the secret is rappers are rape. Here's the proof. This how it's being promoted. This is what it is. When they teach their kids that a boogeyman, stay away from that rap shit. Stay away from them. They are nothing to be glorified, nothing to look up to. This is who they really are. This is what I'm telling you. These are the narratives. It's because they signed up to be these characters, y'all. That's the part you got to get. His name was Sean Carter. He signed up. Sean Carter was a nobody. He signed up to be this character named Jay-Z. And that character Jay-Z had a job to do. All right? And he did it well and acceptably. But he never ever thought that the same internet he used to manipulate. See, what y'all didn't get is this is the greatest revelation of our day, manufactured through technology, which is the internet. So what I'm telling you, if this internet never came out, this exposure would never even been possible, y'all. That's what you're watching. That's why in this next 100-year period, we are 25 years in. This is to set the tone of this era. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But when you go back 100 years, it's going to take you right back to jazz, the blues, and the Renaissance era. The Renaissance era is when y'all got remixed. The Renaissance era is when y'all had an option to be famous. The Renaissance era, they was going to tell you, y'all history of this behavior comes from the Renaissance era in Harlem, Chicago. When we started this thing called you could be like us, you can eat with us, you can sit with us if you got some talent. That started 100 years ago. We got jobs for y'all. We got federal jobs for y'all. We got housing for y'all. We got entertainment. Only thing you guys got to do is leave that South. But we got a system set up for y'all. Hey, after slavery, if you guys want to win, pick one. We got a lot of things for y'all. And that's what happened, y'all, 100 years ago. Then, guess what, y'all? We got some new religions for y'all, too, and beliefs. Hey, we got this Marcus Garvey movement for y'all. Hey, we got Noble Drew Ali for y'all. And every couple decades, we got something new for y'all. Hey, did you notice where y'all really from? Hey, did you notice where y'all really from? Did y'all notice where y'all really from? And this went on for years, right? So they were taught to believe anything they see. So as the decades went by, see, the baton got passed. Once the game changed, that rap stuff out now, they ain't listening to me no more. You gonna do it. Bingo. Then it gets transitioned over. So what I'm telling you is this. It's all being exposed now, y'all. So what else being exposed? The main thing being exposed. I'll tell you, it's different campaigns on them. The main campaign also on them is they're all demonic, y'all. They're all demonic. All right? They're all demonic. Not only are they demonic, going into all their footage, all their shit, clippings of them admitting it to the world. Denzel, let's go. When I told you it's the reason why Denzel don't want to be in Hollywood no more. He don't want to be affiliated with Hollywood no more. What Denzel say? I don't watch movies no more. I don't do this and that. When Denzel got accused of being with his goddamn pants down, you're going to see change. But if you never saw this, I saw it before, but I'm going to show you how they bringing it back up. Denzel told the truth on what? How he invokes spirits. How before certain roles, he gets on his knees and does certain rituals. But when he said that years ago, he never thought it was going to come up later that he was doing rituals at Diddy parties. Because Ali Carter said that it was a minor youngsters. Because the truth is, y'all, they are brainwashed with rituals. And they're taught that if they do certain things, they'll be rich and famous. They're taught that because they're under control. It's also their blackmail. They believe it, but they didn't know in the end they was going to be charged with it. That's all I'm telling you. So he said he gets on his knees and invokes spirit to tap into spirits he need to get into, period. All right? So he let it be known outright, but he didn't know one day it was going to be used against him. He didn't know it was going to be used against him of him admitting to his own devil worship. All right? So what else are they showing you? You guys all looked up to devil worshipers so long that you are now devils. All right? Denzel Washington, actor, producer, director. So I'm showing you. This is what I'm showing you is the work they're doing on them on many different platforms and cylinders. What else are they going into with Denzel? Something that I spoke about, we spoke about. What? When Denzel came out recent and said he kissed a man. Even though Denzel didn't know that I knew and others, when I said that in the last day, they all got to sell out to get that money. They all got to come out that closet. They all got to do something freaky. All right? So don't forget, Denzel said he kissed a man first, then he turned into a preacher after that. Even though the man for the movie The man that directed the movie says he did not tell Denzel to say that. But I also said Denzel is saying that to cater and pander to the rainbow community. I told y'all that. Now I'm going to prove it to y'all. Because now I'm going to show you the interview he said it on. Salute to everybody that's up. See that? This is who Denzel said it to. He kissed the man on the lips. For promotion. Told you, your people all sold out. They all fucking done. This is why Denzel said he don't want to do with that shit no more. Because they're getting exposed. And this has nothing to do, y'all. Look, I'm showing, look. No. I've been showing y'all, family. Y'all know about all the AI videos made on them. Y'all know that part. All the AI funny videos. No, I'm showing you the humans on their ass. Humans. Humans and AI videos, memes. When I tell you full campaign, nope. So now you're getting it now, right? After this, Denzel tried to turn into a preacher. Why? I told you to prank black people. They didn't fucking know they was going to be exposed for the shit they did, y'all. For the shit they did, what they participate in, and how they get their money. That's what it's all about, y'all. It's what it's all about. So when I tell you the whole world is exposing it, there's nothing nobody going to do about it. Today, I'm just giving y'all proof. That's it. That's it. Breakdown, analytics, work. See Jay-Z as a kid, breaking that boy down from a kid. Let it be known he was poor. He's a drug dealer. He's into crime. And we're supposed to think he's this good guy. That's the narrative on him. No, they were taught to praise him for everything we said that's bad about him. They love him for that. That's why I'm saying they are part of the psychological damage. People didn't grow up out of it, y'all. I told you that's the judgment. All right? So you got the proof on Denzel. So that's the campaign on them, y'all. They're devil worshipers. They're satanic. And they put all their satanic ways on their peoples. And everybody in that community that wanted the cheat code to get rich, they all signed up. And they also was talking about how no matter where you guys go, man, they always going to be right there around y'all. So that's why. See this guy right here? A lot of y'all know Stephen Baldwin as an actor. What did he break down? The Hollywood system. How Hollywood is a mafia. How Hollywood is everything you heard it was. How Hollywood is controlled by people that sit in dark places. And the whole aspect of getting a major role as a superstar. What was he talking about? Well, to be a big superstar at the top, that's only 30%. Meaning they the ones get all the good roles. He said, but 70% of the people, they got to take them dirty, low down, dirty, bad roles. He said, I got in this game. I thought I was going to do family movies, certain shit. No, they're going to tell you what you're going to do. And if you're not at that top, you're going to do the low down, filthy movie. So when I've been telling y'all, the black's job of Hollywood is to be the freaks, the low down, dirty road, that's their fucking job. So that's why Clifton Powell also came out to tell y'all the truth. All right, shout out to all the dialogue. Everything he say connect with what I've been telling y'all. When I went into the whole history of Black Hollywood, how the shit started, all right, he let you know there's certain things you got to do to be at the top of the top. He let you know certain things he didn't do. He had to stay on his level. He lost shit. He got fired. A lot of shit he had to deal with. He stay on his level. He also said the main people that give the most hell is his so-called own people. The main people that look down on him is his so-called own people, judging him because of what he drive. Because he know what's up. Them people are so materialistic because they all got grown by fucking devils, y'all. That's why. They got inspired by devils and demons, y'all. They didn't understand the money was their goddamn God, y'all. The money was their God, and it's the demon that controls them, y'all. All right? It is the mind control program they in. Period. Where they can see somebody look just like them and take their ass out for nothing. Meaning, it's not about that no more. Who cares about that? We're just talking about what the world is saying, right? And the revelation of what's being played out. When actors are coming out to let you know, Hollywood is wicked, but it ain't me. Rappers didn't do that. That's what I kept telling y'all. This is Clifton Powell. He know what's up. Hollywood is being accused of a lot of shit. He let Piggy let you know, that ain't me, y'all. I ain't go through that shit. I ain't do the shit they did. I ain't want to be big like them. I've been in this game for a minute. I earned my bones. He talking about how they look down on him because he did bootleg movies. They ain't want him doing that shit. But he was doing that to help people. What else he let us know? He not broke. Why? He never was too good to take certain roles, which kept his money coming in. But you're going to see Will getting dragged now. you're going to see Denzel getting dragged now. No, he left Hollywood with his integrity, y'all. All right? It's a price to pay. And that game is called, you might not be at the top, but you still can show your face. All right? Pinky, still good, y'all. He's not fucked up. He's straight. But he was talking about all of the shit that go. He didn't get in a lot of meaning. He let it be known what they be fuck what gotta be done to be big, period. All right? He let it be known as well. So, like I said, ain't no secrets. I'm showing you the campaign. Because even Clifton Powell doing this is part of the campaign. He's revealing the truth to people. Let y'all know these people are nobody to look up to. None of them. And matter of fact, other people not sparing them. They letting it be known. These are the people that was out to destroy y'all spiritually. Then I'll show you people from black churches saying, preachers, we don't want y'all here. Anybody, any organization, we don't want you here. Yeah, you guys that do this, that, and the third, we don't want you here. Yup. You pick all letters. They will talk all letters, all letter organizations, y'all. All right? PH, all of that. Yeah, y'all. Also, as we speak, a lot of they exposing literature, all that shit, y'all. I've been telling y'all what was happening. It was a trick. All black organizations are being exposed, y'all. What they doing? Going into Jesse Jackson history. They're going into all their fraternal organizations. What date did he join this organization? What date exactly did they join that? Who blessed them into this organization? They're going into all of this shit, y'all. Many platforms. I seen old, young, black, white, men, women, all people. So I was telling y'all this before. I'm just giving y'all an update. All right? See that? What already been exposed? The shiesty behavior of Jesse Jackson. Because what y'all not getting, they were all celebrities of their time. Jesse Jackson was the damn Jay-Z of his time. When people forget that man ran for president. When people forget he had all the clout in 84. He was Jay-Z before Jay-Z. Because I'm showing you it's a system and a baton that gets passed. And all of them will play their role of these figures. But when it's all said and done, when all these characters leave, it will be a little bit worse than when they came in. So as each one stepped down, it got more worse. Mind you, they also all sat back and watched the East Coast, West Coast beef. They watched everything. All right? But they're also the main stir-uppers of what? Race. When they was preaching race, what was they doing? Getting their grease palms. Simple, y'all. Like I said, this ain't back in the day. This system of selling out was designed for after slavery. That's it. There was a certain time in America you didn't need these systems to make it. But people kept joining them shits. 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2020s. No. These systems were for after slavery, man. When you was after a slave and you was shit, you had nothing. And you had to join something that had something. You needed some help. Brotherhood, sisterhood, favoritism. That was back then, 1800s, y'all, early 1900s. Now, they're using that shit as a prison and exposure, all right? And they let it be known. You guys were used as the demolition bulldozers, and y'all did it. They also use them as the scapegoats to put all the blame on them. So don't get it twisted. But when I tell you, y'all talk about all this old shit, you still ain't figure out what Jesse role yet. Everybody knows the role Jesse played, y'all. All right? So I'm just showing you in real time as we speak. When I said it's not just Diddy, every single person with a name is being campaigned on right now on the fraudulent roles they played, the shit they did, what they into, where their money come from, and how they got their everything. See that? You don't see that look like a target? Huh? Look at that target. You're going to be the one to get the fame after, Jesse. You're going to be the next one, Jesse. That's right. Oh, I got something else for y'all. Guess what else people... Now, remember a couple weeks ago, I showed y'all... It was funny, but it wasn't funny. When I showed y'all that young white man, he was young, and he was trolling the Nation of Islam. I showed you a white boy going into all the Nation of Islam beliefs, literature, and he was basically making... Like going through the scriptures, going through the whole shit, exposing how he was saying how Elijah Muhammad is really from Oregon. And this white guy was going through all the beliefs of the Nation of Islam, reading it out loud. It was basically making a mockery, saying this is stuff they believe in. It was going in all of that shit, trolling. Boom. Trolling the Nation of Islam. But I'm also showing you how all people talking about this shit. Now I'm going to get back into that. Now let me show you this. What people also breaking down. How Malcolm X comes from white blood. Because nobody went into Malcolm X's real history. How Malcolm X's father was a straight up bona fide preacher in the church. How his mother is from the West Indies. How Malcolm was raised in Nebraska. But you ain't looking at maybe he was sent to Harlem as an agent. Maybe he was sent to Boston as an agent. Huh? Because he got out of jail. No. They said his great-grandfather was somewhere down that line, whites. Huh? Because I know the truth. You only get a street and name when you're after certain people, man. What else they were going into? Martin Luther King real history. On where he really comes from. The name changing and different things of that nature. The privileged kid. They had jobs to do. You're going to control Harlem. You're going to control Atlanta. Wherever they're at, it should be controlled. They were the Jay-Z and Diddy their time. But what I'm telling y'all today, everything I told y'all already, the difference is I did it all on members only. The past 3 years. Now it's out the bag. Other people are covering this. Y'all believe in fairy tales. Everything manufactured for y'all was manufactured puppets that took money. They were the ones on our screen to guide y'all life. They were the ones to give y'all every thought in your brain. See, back then, there was no such thing as rap. But also, I told you already, all of this shit was pulled off by the TV. It took off in the 60s. And ever since the 60s, y'all been locked in entertainment. But you don't understand, back then, they were the first celebrities put out for y'all. Because we always going to have y'all preacher celebrities, and we're going to have y'all music celebrities. And every leader y'all have, he's going to have a church background. That's right. Every leader y'all have, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton. They always going to be a reverend in their name. This is how we've been trolling y'all. Meanwhile, they are reverends. They are preachers. They're just preaching a different gospel to y'all. That's right. And that's why now y'all are considered the most of who you are now, y'all. No, this is nothing to hide. This ain't no damn shame. This is about what people did for money. So, y'all, tell y'all what really happened, what you're looking at. What happened was paper genocide. All right? This genocide was not no major slaughtered, all this violent stuff. No. Paper genocide, y'all. People that signed up on paper to join up, raise their hand, take these payouts, and do their jobs. All right? Nobody put guns to their head and made them do it. Nobody told them to be proud of their shit, but that's what they did. So just know it's all when they all gone years from now, if their history is not erased, it's going to still, all their history is going to be shame, because this stuff is going to be on them to the day they die. That's why I told you, you don't control your legacy in the end. You can manipulate your whole life, but when it's people that don't know about you and they go do research on you, they get their own perception of your legacy, and they know the truth. You can't separate the dirt from people's legacy. Only y'all do that. Y'all play make-believe. They not doing that. And they also know that hip-hop, rap music was a psychological program for that community. Jay-Z's dark psychology. Didn't I tell you he was dark? So I'm just showing you everything I already told you is being confirmed. Some of these people are psychologists, all of that, y'all. The dark psychology. Because everybody knows that they're under a dark spell. Yes. It's called Misery Loves Company. It's called Fascination Through Entertainment, Fantasyland, and Feeling Good. Meanwhile, they're all under a demonic spirit that they're wrapped up in, because everybody they looked up to in the name of money was against them. Even the money they love will be the same money that always destroy them, because the money is the satanic influence that is upon them. All right? No, what it's called a device of divide and conquer and all of that. All right? The reason why they became sexual deviants, all of that. So I'm telling you, it's a reason for that. But it's, see, this system goes back. And that's why this system is taught throughout the generations. See that? That's why to this day, Al Sharpton, y'all, he still got people marching, but that's his clout. When Al Sharpton get them to march, that's like when Jay-Z get them to come to the show. He still got them coming to see his performance. But then Al Sharpton, this is used so it could be showed all around the world, and they can show that these people still marching, they're still disgruntled, they're still not happy, even though they still do the same shit to their people, even though the biggest trial called Diddy was on TV, even though they still did not deny Diddy, Jay-Z, or nobody else, this is the shit they do. They still take a march talking about one man, but they still have not talked about what plagued their community. So since they are so asleep, everybody from every other race, every other country has to break down with clarity the things that happen to them in their own neighborhood that are done to them by their own freaking people. So that's what these campaigns are about now. All right? The psychological effects of people that loved entertainment, mainly loved Jay-Z. And the whole thing is this. I'm talking about they breaking him down. He's not smart for real. He's only smart to people that don't know no better. He uses psychology on those people, and they believe him. That's all the narratives on them, y'all. That they got brainwashed by Satan for money, and then y'all brainwashed by them. That's the whole narrative, period. And y'all get brainwashed by them. So that's why people is talking this other shit. I'm just letting y'all see what's going on, y'all. All right. So when I said the plan is to get, I told y'all a while ago, I said, look, the plan was for all of y'all to believe all this fake shit. So in the end, everybody will be exposed as hypocrites, idiots, don't know the truth, and then they will be outcast from society on their own. That's why now all the real shit is being exposed as a smack in the face. See, y'all went hard all those years about shit. Meanwhile, all of them were the same. All of them were controlled. All of them took payouts. All of them play roles. All of them had a job to do, and all of them did it well. And to this day, y'all still believe all that shit. Because the internet been out 25 years plus, but y'all still didn't do no research. Y'all just kept talking, beefing, chasing topics, gossip. Y'all just kept following, subscribing, but y'all didn't take time to do no real research on y'all real life. So now y'all real life is a joke, and now others have to expose the truth for y'all because y'all didn't do it. It appears that y'all still sleep, so now other people are doing it, y'all. That's why people are letting it be known. I'm not asleep. I'm not with none of that shit. That's what I've been doing. Trying to straighten out narratives that everybody's not the same. That's my whole thing. I'm not here to judge nobody. Just let it be known we're not the same. When I said that skin color shit out the window. When I showed you this right here, parents getting their kids back into the phone in the house for surveillance to show that they don't want their kids drifting off no more into this shit. When I showed you that, part of the ban on cell phone, it's a movement on banning cell phones in school. Don't be like them kids. Uptick in reading after cell phone ban. I've been telling y'all about this before it happened. I'm showing you why it's happening. When I said it's going back to smarts. School ban on phones lead back to library visits. When I told you the library's back a fad for young people. All right? Because they're saying that these people are demonic. All right? They're saying all the demonic people are online. All right? They look up to demonic people. They entertain demonic shit all day. When I said hip-hop black entertainment is being the face of everything evil and wicked, destructive, ignorant, all the stuff that's holding the country back. Well, back in the day, MTV, it was cool for everybody to be into that shit. But now I told you it's a line being drawn. They telling their kids, look, that shit ain't real. It's just for it was just for entertainment. Matter of fact, don't fuck with it no more. We just did that before because it was entertainment. Now, no. Now it's about being smart. Don't fuck with none of that shit. Stay off that cell phone. It's perverts on there. All right, sex traffickers on them cell phones. Stay off those apps. That's what's being promoted. So I always give out an update what's being promoted. The narrative is you stay away from them. Don't believe nothing they say. Hey, by the way, all the shit they believe is fake too, y'all. That's what they revealing. So they revealing this to their kids. You know all the stuff they deal with is fake, right? Yeah, they deal with a lot of fake stuff. The kids, yeah, they're not Christians for real. They're not real Christians. This is what they teaching their kids, y'all. Yeah, they worship the Baphomet. They worship the devil. That's the narrative. The kids, they worship the devil to get rich. They didn't get rich on their own. They're not successful, guys. They really did it because they're down with the devil. That's being taught on them. All right? That's what they teaching their kids. They teaching their kids, stay away from them. All right? I'm just letting y'all know what's up. So let's continue on. Because these are narratives. See, when I said back to books, when I said this generation is looking at all this shit, they like, oh shit, we had no clue that we was raised in this shit. We had no clue about, I'll tell you, the young people can't believe this shit. They're not with none of that shit. Because this, I'm just letting y'all see. They in the books. See this book? Antoine LaVey. Now I'm going to show you. These are the systems that were set up over Hollywood. The Satanic Church. Because y'all don't want to never get to your head the industry. What is satanic? Rock and roll. The whole science of rebellion. Idiots. Rebellion. So what it's all about. The word rebellion. Against the grain. Opposite. You all going to be opposite. When you come to Hollywood, you're going to be opposite. So always with systems. The Church of Satan. Church of Scientology. Same shit. You're going to be different. These are Babylonian religions. It's no secret. When you get this money, that's what you're going to be down with. You guys going to change your religion. But I kept telling you the biggest secret was, shh, it was a secret for blacks. Meaning they were the ones that had to keep the biggest secrets. White families say, well, John, he's into that gothic stuff. You know he's into that. They going to say it like that. Well, you know, Tom, he's into that stuff. You know, he's into that. Well, he'll snap out of it one day. That's what they're going to say about their kids. But in your house, in a black household, or that church, we just get rich because we just get rich. We just got talent because we just got talent. No, we the favorite because we the shit like that. It had to be secret. This shit, when I tell you go back to Little Richard, it's 100-year project. Go back before that. Just know that. You get that money, you want that check, you going to get down. All right? So, he know, all of them know Antoine LaVey, especially in them damn 60s, because they had to go pay him a visit. These were the guys that sat over Hollywood. When I tell you, they passed that shit to Diddy. They passed it to other faces. These are the guys that established these programs and procedures. When they broke down that even in their time, Sammy Davis Jr. participated in freak-offs, blood rituals. Because now I'm going to tell you what's going on. Everybody knows. The Black Mind Control Program is to get them to worship. And once you get them to worship, you have them under full control. And that's how they did it. Then we're going to put it in them. The people look up to them, going to see that money and that power. Then we're going to let them know the organizations they join to get it. Then they're all going to come running. They're all going to leave their churches. But a lot of them going to leave, but they're going to come back and perpetrate a fraud because they got jobs to do. And this shit goes back. Just know, everything Diddy did, Antoine LaVey did it first. Antoine LaVey was Diddy before Diddy. It's a Hollywood system. And they with hanky-panky, they with everything against the grain. And I want y'all to see y'all face. Yeah, that's when they were racist back then. And this when they dragged black men and played with them and got freaky and turned their ass out and pimped their ass out for that money. Now you can be with them white women, sir. Now you can sit with us at the table. But before we do that, you're going to get down and we're going to do some things to you. You will see this Antoine LaVey when he had Sammy Davis Jr. under full mind control. That's why I told you in this game, it's a game. So they're going to make you their bitch. But really means they got you under full control. And it's a system that you're going to go through. Get it? And he was a willing participant, Sammy Davis Jr. But Sammy Davis Jr., y'all, was also in a program, mind control. Jay-Z is in a mind control program. All blacks in Hollywood are in mind control programs because they play roles with people they wasn't born to play. All right? They sign up for money, but what they didn't know is when you sign up, it is his job to turn you into the most demonic piece of shit he could turn you into, and then you're on your way. You made it. And you're going to go on with your life, be a hero. And this is a system, y'all, that went on forever. Sammy Davis Jr. was one of the original Diddies, y'all. That's all you're looking at. But he's an outright satanic worshiper, an outright sex ritual person. They going into his files about how he did rituals and blood, all of that. Perverted rituals worse than Diddy. Yes, because it's a teaching. Then when you come in the game, they're going to say, well, Sammy did it. This is what Sammy did. And this is what so-and-so did. And this is what it is, guys. And be proud of it. This is y'all culture. This is who you are. No. So let's go. I'm showing you everything that's being revealed on them, y'all. This ain't me. This is being revealed on them. See the Hollywood? Antoine LaVey helped set up the Hollywood procedure. He was the modern day Aleister Crowley of this era. See, these eras, y'all be talking about Aleister Crowley, these eras pass down and new ones pop up and new ones spread the gospel and new ones do the teachings. This is what Hollywood is. That's why you're going to leave what you was doing. You're going to get down with them, but they don't make you do shit. Antoine, they don't come to your house. They don't make you do a goddamn thing. No, you're going to do it because this is what you want, right? Well, okay then. So what I'm telling you now is all of their shit is exposed. When I told you, we in a different time now. They were set on a timer. That's why they taught them this shit. Then they all got out the way, and they ain't getting no blame. You ain't gonna hear shit about Antoine LaVey because the new Antoine LaVey of this era is goddamn the diddler. That's what y'all didn't get. Everybody like me and others get that shit clear as day. Huh? When they telling you out their own mouth. What he was saying. Let me show y'all something. What he's saying out his own mouth. How Diddy was at the top. Harvey Weinstein, the film director. He said, they say saying that it's a coincidence they're both in jail. Like he said, what's next? No, y'all. No. They coming on that hanky-panky system, y'all, on purpose. That's what they got to do. All right? But first, they're going to get pimped out and turned out. Because y'all background, y'all don't know nothing about this life, but it has to be taught to y'all. And that's how it's going to be. And you're going to be the participant. All right? But this is my whole point. These characters were taught to be praised. So they praise Sammy. Then they pass it down to you. Then you praise Sammy. Sammy is the original Diddy, the original Jay-Z, y'all. I'm giving y'all the systems. The same way you look at Jay-Z and Diddy now, that's how they looked at Sammy. Because he was the one able to smile with white people on that TV and look accepted and look rich. Meanwhile, that fool was under a goddamn mind control program. Antoine LaVey had him on a string because I told you, it's only one way to turn somebody into a puppet. And the great Satanists know this. They know how to take men's souls through the back of their rectum and then install a new soul. But that soul will have strings, and he will be the puppet master, that puppet. And guess what, guys? This is the procedure for y'all communities. And this is how we was always able to keep y'all shit on them strings. So when Denzel came out and told you out his own mouth, he kissed a man. When he came out years ago and told you, he do rituals before movies. They all came out. When this man showed you with Aleister Crowley t-shirts, when his wife did rituals, they all told all y'all what it was because their era was the ones to teach it to you. All right? When I tell you ain't shit been hidden, they just didn't think they was going to be exposed. All right? Because what they don't get is all of the knowledge they was given is old knowledge now. That's what I'm telling you. It's all this shit is old now. Meaning they have advanced past this shit. The whole plan was you guys will be the black, dark, demonic figures of the planet. You're going to illustrate it, orchestrate it. They took every foul black spirit and put it in y'all. You, your name, your title, your fucking community, this is who y'all are. But it is now proven through many, many ways. It's called the scapegoat. You see his face? And if I had the Black Baphomet picture, you will see it look just like Sammy Davis Jr. Because I told you, after a while, they turned to goats. This face will be the face of everything fucking evil for the next couple centuries. Because you heard about the story about how he put the spirit into the swine. They took the evil spirit and put it into y'all. Y'all are the swine. That's why since from back in the day, we made y'all eat bacon. We made y'all love pork. Y'all gonna be the fucking swine. It's a teaching. You feed the animal what you wanted to be. You were fed swine because you're going to be swine. You're going to be every foul spirit. So the plan was, once y'all got away from that book and y'all started picking up other books, you didn't know the joke was on y'all. Y'all were going to be the prey, dummies. Y'all were going to be everything foul, the scapegoats. But you signed up for it. And it was all disguised to entertainment because entertainment is the religion. That's what you didn't get. That's why they get the Hollywood star. Antoine LaVey is one of the ones that was in charge of establishing black celebrities. The black celebrity program. When I said, when you see the BET logo, it's not a mistake, dummies. That is the program they're in. You want to be a star? When you was poor in that black neighborhood, you had to always be taught, you want to be a star? You want to be a star? But they didn't know until you get to Hollywood, you will not find out what it is to be a real star. And he going to show you what it is to be a star. All right? This ain't no secret, y'all. I want y'all to know so a lot of y'all won't be stuck in fantasy land and lost behind. It's what it is. But they knew back in them 60s, y'all, and 70s, this would have broke mothers' hearts. This would have, see, you couldn't be proud back then. That's what it come back to. Mama made it. They couldn't go back and tell mama what they did. They couldn't go back to Cleveland. They couldn't go back to New York. You see what I'm saying, y'all? They couldn't go back to Louisiana, them small towns, when they was purposely getting black from them small towns, making them do this shit. No, when I say making them do it, but once they got to Hollywood, once they signed up, it was no turning back. At that point, you gonna do it. But they couldn't go back and tell mama I made it. I did this. They know it was on purpose. This when they started this shit. We're going to create satanic figures. We're going to put them on TV. And we're going to teach them to love these people. But see, these people don't respect spirit. So when they don't respect spirit, they don't know a good spirit from a bad spirit. And we taught them to look up the bad spirits for thousands. I ain't going to say thousands, but right now we're going to say the past 100. Yeah. Since they've been free, allegedly, we had them looking up to foul, wicked spirits on every level. Preachers, community leaders, entertainers. Every single last one of them. But just know, everybody else also knew about this. Everybody knows. When I tell you, these were the secrets, but they're not secrets no more. You see the Good Fight? The Good Fight Ministries is here to take out everybody that is not telling the truth. Everybody that is still shielding and taking up for this shit. I am showing you, it is hundreds. I could do a whole episode of all the people going against this shit. All right, just to give you an idea. And when I tell you, the man, now let me show you this. When I tell you this, the whole covering of it, the truth of the revelation is what I know in others. They sign up for the money, but they get put in a dark psychological program. The dark psychological program they become stuck in under is the dark psychological program of you know who. See, that's what it's all about. They're under mind control, y'all, because they tricked them to believe in fantasy false shit. That's the whole mind control, y'all. When they told them this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, and this, that, you don't do that, boom, 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 boom. Got them. They're under mind control. And you're going to listen. Now we control you. But if you don't believe it, it don't work. But they are under full control. That's what this picture mean. So when this picture came out in the 60s, that's what it meant. He big dog, he big daddy. Sammy Davis Jr. is his bitch. And he just finished flipping him out. He controls him. That's what this meant in the 60s. He has arm around him, I control him. That's right. 1973. Because I kept telling you a lot of these programs. And you're going to see, y'all, a couple years after that, rap music. Because I've been cracked the code when I tell you this program started in the 60s and it went into the 70s. We're going to try this guinea pig experiment on Sammy Davis Jr. Make him wicked as fuck and then get them to love him. But then this same formula, we're going to do to everybody. So when it comes down 50 years later to this guy named Diddy, the same program. Will Smith, same program. Denzel, same shit. All right? That's right. They're all under mind control, y'all. The white man had to come up with a formula to control black men back then. That's all it was. So I don't got to bite my tongue. All right? Not just, no, when I say a control, I'm talking about to have full control of a black man, heart, mind, body, and soul. His tongue, his eyes, his ears, his meat, his arm, his leg, everything. Full control. That's what it was about. After slavery, no more chains. That's what it was all about, y'all. But this is the thing. Sign up for it. Here you go. Here you go. Come on, y'all. Sign up. That was the whole procedure. So that's what it was. Because they wanted to be stars of their day. When Malcolm X's story is out of prison. Huh? You forgot about the program you've been told about? All right, then. Both of them going to prison. Why? Because that's your program. Celebrity prison. Back then, we were telling y'all was going to go to jail. Every one of y'all celebrities must go to jail. I don't care if it's something small. It's part of y'all life. You will always be in prison, one way or another. You always fear prison, one way or another. That's your prison. That's your jail. That's your mental psychology. All right? Y'all whole life is psychology. Why am I saying that? It was taught. It's a program. Told y'all shit was scripted. We're going to write these formulas and systems. Once they participate, they'll never get out. That's the trap around the star. They'll forever be in a world they can't get out. See the circle around the star? Yeah, they're going to be stars, all right. Only in their own community. They're going to be respected only by their own. But when all of them die, they will all be disgraced. Sammy Davis Jr. had no clue this was going to come out on him after his death years later. He was praised in his day, but now he's being revealed. That's for all of them. And I tell you, you don't control your legacy in the end. I'm showing you Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, you pick a fucking name, young, all of them, that's them right there. This is the system that they are under for all of those who don't get it clear what the industry is about, was about, but now it's finished, okay? That's why everybody on all cylinders are exposing this, and a lot of people are calling themselves trying to wake black people up. That's what's going on. So, I showed you Little Richard, Sammy Davis Jr. When we talk about the pink program, do you see it? Got him. That means he's under full control. All right? And Sammy Davis admitted out his mouth about sex rituals. All of that, y'all, it's already facts. So that's why I say the real people that know industry knowledge, American history, watched the whole Diddy trial, knew exactly what was going on the whole time. People like, man, they ain't nothing but Sammy Davis Jr. shit again. That's what they've been doing. Or they ain't nothing but the Hollywood freak off they do. If you would have saw the movie Babylon they just dropped a couple years ago with Brad Pitt, they showed you exactly what Hollywood is. Showed you the freak off party, showed you what they do, all that shit. It's nothing new. It was only a secret to y'all because to y'all everything was a secret. That's why the joke is on y'all. Y'all laughing at shit that we knew over 100 years ago. Because all y'all people down with this shit. They got the paperwork on how many of y'all signed up for this shit in this country. That's how simple it is. That's why it's being exposed, y'all. It's being exposed, y'all. That ain't nobody do shit to y'all. People signed up to be down with this shit. And they destroyed y'all and destroyed themselves and destroyed y'all neighborhood. They signed up for the shit, y'all. See that? Full control. This been going on since the sit. Now you look at Sammy Davis Jr., you just understand. Get this through your head. They did the same thing with them. They were under the same control, Craig. Same control. Ain't nothing spectacular. This is the harsh reality of your fake ass life that many of us already know about. Full control. Huh? What you think they did with his ass? People forget white men was different back then. They knew what they was doing. Big white men, get you a small black man, you're going to get him down with this shit. He's going to really know about the Baphomet. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with his ass. Yup, and we're doing studies on him, everything. We're going to see what happens when we get a black man and we finish with him, what he become. He's going to be exactly what we want him to be. And they knew the formula, and they experimented these formulas and perfected it. This was the Black Hollywood system set up, all right, by Satanists. Told you I ain't on no side. I understand. Evil is by choice. So, see the Hollywood star? That's all it is. He sanctioned this shit. Meaning he blessed it. He blessed the system. He taught it. When you set up the system, you can leave after that. He don't got to show his face. He ain't a superstar, but all the superstars know about him and worship him, bow down to him. He also taught a lot. Marilyn Manson look up to him. See, he's the real man of that shit behind the curtain. He ain't gonna never get no trouble. You don't know about no rituals he did. Yeah, but just know he's the man that laughed behind curtains. All right? They laugh at all y'all. Because this is a system, y'all. Huh? You give him everything. Give him all the money, the diamonds, the car, the gold. Give him all of the fucking riches. Got him. That's the system. When they knew in the 60s, they do anything for money. Their mind control program is the money. They're going to sign up for the money. Then what? Put that fucking muzzle on them. Give them that literature. Kick them. Let them live their fucking life. Spread the gospel. Make everybody believers. So that's what they did. Meanwhile, it's up now. See that? A star. See that? A star. So that's the only way you was black and your record was coming out. So being that we looking at it in hindsight, Sammy Davis couldn't tell nobody back then. See, remember that. This was not for back then. This didn't come out back then. See? The Hollywood procedure. Get it through your fucking head. Name one. Little Baby, Young Thug. Don't matter. Anybody with a name. Anybody on that radio that's famous. It's the procedure, y'all. They're going to be satanic. What you don't get about that satanic. They're going to do everything sexually immoral. But guess what? Don't listen to me. F what I say. Just know the whole world talking about it, telling it, exposing it. Showing it with detail, fine perfection. A lot of stuff, y'all. Yeah. Full documentaries. Pick one. So I'm just giving y'all the update of the Hollywood rap procedure and what it was all about. And these are the roles that the same role Sammy played later on would be Jay-Z and Diddy. Russell Simmons. Same shit, y'all. If it was a such thing as rap back then, Sammy would have been starting labels. Sammy and Quincy, this is the system they were under. Hanky panky. But they were the black meat getting tossed up. They were the ones being used in the damn sex rituals. First, the Hollywood procedure. So when I tell you to this day, when Harvey Weinstein, the godfather of Hollywood, the gatekeeper of Black Hollywood, went to jail in the Me Too movement, I'm going to say it again. When the white exec went down in the Me Too movement, you're going to see not one black celebrity accused them of touching on them or doing nothing to them. Because I kept telling you, Gabrielle Union and all of them don't want nobody to know what happened to them. But I told you the clues is in, you will see they didn't get no more fucking jobs. This is the Hollywood procedure, y'all. And only if they like you, you get the role. Meaning you get to be big. You see Clinton Powell? He told the truth. He telling the truth right now. That he never was big. Pinky let it be known. I'm good with the role I get. Hey, I'm a respected actor. I do my job. That's it. I don't want to be at the top. He let you know I ain't want to be Sammy Davis Jr. I ain't want to be playing all these games, cooning and people playing with me like that, having their fun with me. He let it be known, y'all. He took whatever job he can get. He did low budget film. But the point is, people like him, so I'm letting y'all know what to watch out for. It's people like him and others coming out, letting it be known, because they know Hollywood is under attack, exposure. He let it be known, and to his black people. Look, y'all, I wasn't with that shit. I didn't conspire against y'all. I didn't do anything for Master, y'all. I wasn't with that shit. It's people letting it be known now, y'all. This is what all this is about. When you seeing all this coming out shit, all these revelations. Because they know what's going on. The engine on destroying them is so big, a lot of people starting to finally get hit now. These are the documentaries coming out on Jay-Z, y'all, as we speak. Because they know all big black people in media, they're not going to talk about it. They can't talk about it. Shannonsharpe can't talk about this. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to do a documentary. Nobody's going to put money up. What are they saying? They saying that black people not holding none of them accountable. And they saying that black people are scared. And they also saying black people are under heavy mind control by Jay-Z and other people. I'm just letting y'all know what they saying, y'all. All right? Not saying it's a fact, but when you talk about majority, 85% of the people, it is the truth. Because now you got to pick one. And they got somebody for every generation. When T.D. Jakes being exposed of going to Diddy parties, being destroyed online to this day. Who's still talking? Who still is this church? Do his church got a padlock on it yet? Or is he letting his daughter still make money off that church? All right, then. When you get that whole shit through your head. So when it comes to me, don't talk to me about no more fictional characters. I don't care who they are. Every character you was told out of book on fucking TV, that shit was scripted and they all was controlled, playing a role. Because everybody they got down with this big ass program, they handpicked them from black organizations. But what I will tell you today, it is not me. Every single black organization is being exposed for many different things. It is being said that they were not only pledging and oathing to white man societies, it is also being said that the white man gave them lies. The white man lied to them. The white man gave them false documents. Yes, it is also being said that they were used and signed up to take money to destroy their own people. And I say all organizations. You don't got to believe me, y'all. Every single organization is being exposed as we speak for their behavior, their research, their history, when they started, all the shit they did, who they worked for. Yes. So when I tell you people exposing that Malcolm X come from white parents, white grandparents, who you think exposing that shit? Huh? Who you think exposing that shit? When I told you a lot of people got tricked on that black and white TV. When I said half the shit you believe come from that black and white TV. When I speak about people manipulated by the phone, it's the same program of the TV. Because they are the ones that made the TV. And when they made the TV, they made it for certain reasons. They know you guys are controlled by TV, entertainment, glitz and glamour. That was when I went into the whole science of trapped in fantasy land. They know y'all controlled by colors, which mean y'all are controlled by what y'all see. Shiny shit, glossy shit, flossy shit, rich things. All these things inspire y'all, but you have no clue who controls it all. Same colors make up the TV, same colors make up the phone you love. You controlled by colors. You are controlled by you controlled by the, That's right. The man that controls the rainbow, that's who controls y'all. So I just wanted y'all to see, this is a full campaign against all y'all. Who's all y'all? All y'all that believe in this shit, all y'all still with this shit. And I tell you, I'm not here to judge nobody. So if I participated in gang activity, if I took oaths and pledges as well, if I throw signs and no signs to this day and still know who I am and what I fucking been through, I'm also the one to tell you I'm not proud of none of this shit. And I also told you I left that shit alone a long time ago. I stopped believing all this fake ass shit, rap, gang banging, every fucking thing, black power. I stopped believing all that shit because I found out it all come from the same place. And it was all a script for me to pick one. And it was all designed for whatever one y'all pick, y'all all gonna do the same job. So pick one. And that was the narrative. That was the plan. So now that you've grown and you got a chance to see the truth, that's on you. So whatever people choose to do, that's on you. Just know that this was going on. Star Wars. All right? Star Wars. So if they don't got enough star power, they ain't gonna win this one. When I tell you celebrities in on this shit, they in on it. The celebrities quiet, they the ones got abused. The ones quiet, they the ones participated. The ones don't want to do with it, they stepping out. They don't want you to have no misconception in your head. When I tell you Jay-Z's being broken down to the lowest compound, well, if you never saw this picture of Jay-Z as a little boy, that's to give you the clue of how much homework being put in on Jay-Z. Psychologically, y'all. Blacks are being studied psychologically because it's enough evidence. They're being studied on how they developed from the 60s, how they made it after civil rights, what did they do after they went through these social service programs, what did they do after they got these privileges, what did they do with their life. This is the documentation I've also been bringing to y'all. But now other people are on this shit, professionals. The psychological mind of a guy from the projects that grew up poor, one mother, broken home, mother, father, fighting, drug dealer, becomes a guy that hangs around criminals, all these different backgrounds, his beginnings on why he's like this and why he's like that. Why did he grow up to be this psychological, deep thinker that controls people and uses people? Because it comes from his own self-life of he never had control growing up, so now he controls. Like going into his whole shit. Things I never heard before, y'all. This one I know is for real. So if you never saw this picture, even though you watch black entertainment every fucking day, you now got the proof that it's out your control. Meaning, you want the truth? Like I said, you got to look outside of certain things, y'all. You had to be taught race, so you always would be stuck in the fucking cult. You had to always be taught to focus on black people, so you always be fucking stupid. The whole world is not black, y'all. But now the whole world that do call themselves black are considered to be the lowest scum of the earth. Not just saying that, by proof. So when I kept telling you, it's this thing with black folks and black Americans, the black folks are being shamed because the black folks are the ones that were 100% controlled by puppet masters because they took the bait. It's like when you go fishing. Hey, they took the bait. Nobody made them do it. They just never thought. See, they didn't know the biggest secret was this. The biggest secret was it ain't no secret. So the trick played on y'all. We're going to tell you it's a secret, but one day this secret will be revealed because we knew y'all were all too stupid to read the book y'all were raised on. When it told you in the same book y'all were raised on, all secrets will be revealed. Or it also told y'all, somebody is the master of revealing all the secrets. So if you'd have known that alone, you would already knew, hey, one day, man, shit, I'm going to get exposed anyway. Shit, I might as well live my life. I'm going to get exposed. So I told you, you ain't going to fight it. It was written to be that way. The plan was to turn you against the book so much, you're going to embrace every book, even though the book told you what the fuck going to happen. You're going to be deceived by the great deceiver. You're going to do a lot of shit. And then in the end, you're going to be exposed. And that's how it works. And that's why I say Antoine LaVey is not in this. You won't see his face. You're going to hear his name. That's how the great deceiver works. That's why I say I love to watch this shit play out. I respect the great deceiver. I respect all forms of power, dark and light. I respect good and evil. Because I love to see evil do their work on people that think they fucking smart. So like I said, decades of generations thought they were smart. But when they were fucking with this shit, they didn't know what they was fucking with. Because know what else to set up? When you fucking with this shit, you got to be all in. But they know, being that they black, they can't be all in. And being that they got to live their life playing two sides, two-face, double coin, they always going to live in hell. Which means they'll never be fucking happy. Because they got to live a double life to the day they fucking die. All right? That's how I set up to be. Well, you're going to have all this money. You're going to have all this shit. But every time you see your people, you always going to be scared. You're going to think they see through you. You're going to think they're talking about you. You're going to be ashamed of yourself. You're going to have to feel awkward when certain conversations come up. And you're going to have to live a life of perpetrating a fraud, faking. And your only happiness is going to be when you buy shit, and that's it. And you're also going to be a prisoner in your house to the day you die. That's the shit they don't know in the end, y'all. That's where it's at now. So being that they're prisoners of the house, I told you, they got to watch all this shit now. So that's why all of these platforms are on their head. All right? Exposing Denzel old shit. Bring me in. They do research. I ain't got time for that. Bringing up all their old shit. These are all different platforms I'm showing you. Showing you that black entertainment is the focus. Or what else is happening? Don't get it twisted. They making money off their ass too. Working exposing them, telling the truth, waking people up, at the same time getting paid. That's called righteous works. Also, the exposure is doing everything your people did not do and won't do. See that? Also, making it look clear as day. Your people ain't doing nothing but playing around. Huh? Your people just playing around. And they're also still embarrassing y'all. And y'all still not advancing. Meanwhile, we on this full-time campaign to expose y'all culture, what y'all into, what y'all believe, and the shit y'all do that is so fucking horrific. All right? And y'all some dangerous fucking people from young to old. When I said it's a reason why they made Judas in the betrayer, because the word is y'all the biggest fucking Judas. Y'all are Judas. That's it. Y'all took the 30 pieces of silver, all right, to be a star. So I'm just showing y'all the bloodline, y'all. I'm giving y'all real history, y'all. That's all it is. Real history that's revealed. This was back then. See Diddy? So you tell me what changed from then to now? Ain't that Diddy? Ain't that Young Thug? Young Thug ain't had that clout, but see Diddy? All right then. Diddy knows what his forefathers are. They know the role they got to play. Same shit. Only difference is they made Diddy be Sammy and Antoine LaVey. Diddy was both of them rolled together. Yes, he was. At that time, Antoine LaVey was the GOAT of Hollywood. Get it? He was the real GOAT. Then I told you, they taught all the blacks the game. Then all of them stepped down. Make it clear for you one more time. They taught all of them the game, how to be executives, how to follow orders, how to participate, and then they step down. And they don't show their face. Because they are the light bringers to them. They are the ones that brought y'all the light. That's right. They brought y'all this light that you love. They brought it to y'all. And now you're going to deal. That's what happened. They brought them the light, then they fucking disappeared. And this system is the system now that they are all locked in. That's what I meant. They all now in a system they can't get out to the day they fucking die. Get it? That's what you're looking at, y'all. And they're going to be slayed until it's all over with. So when I've been told you they all should have ran, when I said ain't nothing black media going to do to stop it, I meant what I said. Because I've been watching this shit for a couple years now. And now we at the boiling point. Y'all media platforms are being exposed for the low level shit they do and who they are and what they said. And they're also being charged with they did not help fulfill the advancement of black people intellectually, mentally, spiritually, or nothing. That's not what I'm charging them with. I'm just telling you the narrative on them. All right? So that's why they're purposely unleashing new people for you to look at. And they're telling you real shit about your own people and your own culture. And they also let it be known you guys are brainwashed. Hope you guys don't get mad at me. Hope you guys don't get mad. I hear that often too from people. Hope you don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to tell you. Because they know y'all are super fucking brainwashed by straight fucking devils. All right? But I was always told the worst devil was a black one. And I never forgot. So that's why this shit never worked on me, y'all. So I'm going to tell you, this your last look. This is the research and work being put in on them. And when I say Jay-Z big to you, they look at him as a poor, well-fed kid from a broken home that grew up, learned some shit, and used everybody black that he could to his advantage to get where the fuck he's at. So we're going to leave it at that, y'all, on this Saturday. I just had to give y'all this update. Also, let me show you this last update. When I gave you the proof that rap is finished. Multiple shows on Lil Baby's Wham World Tour have been canceled. Canceled. Trying to not compete with Justin Bieber, who put out a surprise sequel to his July LP Swag. When I showed you Justin Bieber came back out, this Pusha T, no, Lil Baby is lying. Like I've been telling them, his record label is closed. Lil Baby ain't dropping no album. He only been lying online to his fans because he's in the same program under Jay-Z and the rest of them where they all got paid to lie to black people to the day they fucking die. So instead of Lil Baby saying, yo, my career is on hold right now. Yo, y'all, I'm just chilling. I'm not really working on nothing right now. He has to keep selling the dream to their young generation that one day he's coming out when he know goddamn well he's not. Because I told you, they all signed up to be in this shit where it's okay to lie to black people. You fucking lie to them with straight faces to the day you die. And while you doing that, you make asses out of them. You make them look stupid. You make them repeat bullshit. You make them spread fucking lies that they believe. And meanwhile, they prove they stupid because they never do their homework. So here's the proof of his shit being canceled. And it's not because of no Young Thug. It's because rap over with. And I said all they're doing is playing online. Now I'm going to show you again who's not fucking playing online. Who's dragging and exposing all of them. When Denzel said he kissed a man on the lips, this is who he told it to. Ain't nobody tell Denzel to say that shit. He said it for clout because he knew this woman has a rainbow platform. So when I said in the last day they're going to sell out for that rainbow, when they know they've been exposed for Diddy parties, all they got left is rainbows and weirdos because nobody else believes them. Nobody else believes them. When I say that, nobody else believes them. All right? So, if Hollywood actors telling you what it is, you go do the homework on your own. People feel sorry for y'all. They feel sorry for y'all that believe this shit. Yup. So they know y'all still didn't get the snake. Y'all, because y'all never understood the story about the serpent. Huh? The serpent's been with y'all in the garden the whole time. That's right. They've been with y'all the whole time making movies. You see the Diddler with George Lucas, the maker of Star Wars. You see him and Al with George Lucas, because they actors too. He's a director. They actors. But they know your whole life been scripted. George Lucas know too. Al Sharpton played the most best. When I say, yo, for real, and I said, I'm going to say it again, I'm not fucking playing. They deserve Oscars for the shit they did in real life, y'all. I'm not playing. The way Al Sharpton made me believe he was a goddamn preacher from a kid, that fool should get an Oscar for that shit. Get what I'm saying? The way they play, see, Hollywood get the awards for the movie screen. These guys get their awards for how they act out in real life to their own people, y'all. They act out scripts in real life. That's what they get awarded for. Get it? Nah, it's the truth. I'm telling y'all the shit everybody knows about. This is the whole duality of the black and white everybody want to talk about. They're going to build real empires. You guys are going to build fake, invisible empires. And these fake, invisible empires are going to be called your communities. Y'all communities are really fake empires that will never be built. All right? On that note, we out. One. That's right, y'all. They played all with Sammy backside. They played with Sammy, boy. That's right. He was getting all that. Yeah, I'm talking about back in the racist days. Those racist white men were playing with his ass. That's right. That's the only way you got to be with a white woman back then. Only way you got to sit at that table. That's right. They had to approve his ass. They had to make sure he had no more mask. They didn't trust me, y'all. That's what they did. They had fun with their ass back then. You see them smirks on their face? You see the smirks on their face, right? The Hollywood procedure was made just for them. All y'all gonna go through that fucking door. It's a joke now, right? But it wasn't no joke back then. Y'all all gonna go through that fucking door. And that's what happened. So that's why I told you, it was all set up. They're gonna be all black hypocrites. They're gonna always talk about black this, black that. We need to do this, we need to do that. Meanwhile, they be doing this shit. And the people know that. So the people said, look, we use y'all for decades doing this dirty shit. You think we actually trust y'all? Do y'all actually think life gonna be better for y'all too? No. Y'all all going down the same fucking toilet bowl. Y'all live in the same communities, right? All right then. Oh, y'all fucking going down. That's what it's about, y'all. So only people that's free is the people that don't believe in none of this shit. That's why I said you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.